Hey everybody, welcome back to Dandelion Homestead. Today I am going to go over my garden plans for next year. And the reason I sort of jumped off to gardening planning is because it arrived. Now, this is the only catalog that I look forward to each year. Every other catalog that comes in the mail for whatever gets tossed. So when this came, I immediately started, folding pages and, circling all the things that I wanted. And my husband says, why don't you look through your seeds from last year and see what you still have? And the part of me that love seeds want to say, oh no, I could just buy new ones. But then I realized I really do need to use the seeds I had from last year. So I started to make a list of what I have, what I don't have, what I used, what I didn't like. So I have some seeds that I want to give away that are extra. And I'll show you what I have that I'm, going to give away. So I have these. They were never opened. I bought multiple packs. I still have a whole pack. These are King Tut purple peas. The pods are so pretty. You see them? This is like a cheapo pack of seeds. This is my only cheapo pack of seeds. It's yellow crookneck squash. So these I got from M.I. Gardner. These are Royal Chantenay carrots, and all of the packs I am showing you are unopened. These are Lincoln peas. Now the rest of these are all from Mary's Heirloom Seed Company, which I have had phenomenal germination. Early Scarlet Globe radishes, black cherry tomatoes, calabrese broccoli, Boston pickling cucumbers, blue potted peas, and Thomas Laxton peas. So I figured I would do a little giveaway with these extra seeds. I don't know if I will pick one winner or two just yet. I will let I'll pick two winners, and then I'll just divide them in half and send them away. So if you comment from now until the new year, on the new year I will pick a winner and send the seeds. So anyhow, got the lovely book, but I wrote down what I have already that was either opened and I liked, or unopened and I wanted to try. So I have enough peas to last probably until the end of time. Alright, so for radishes, I definitely have enough radishes. I don't need any more of those, because I am going to do purple plum radishes. They are my favorite color, but they're like a reddish purple, not like a violet dark color. French breakfast radishes and crimson giant radishes. I am going to do Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, ruby red Swiss chard, and Georgia collard greens, because that's what they like. So last year for tomatoes, I pretty much did a bunch of starts. I didn't do very good labeling, and then I didn't know what was what, and I wound up doing, let's see, what did I wind up doing? I think one or two were like celebrities that I got on Facebook Marketplace from a local person who had a bunch of volunteers pop up. The other one was, geez, I don't remember what they were. Like two heirlooms from, not heirlooms, two hybrids from like Home Depot or something. I was not successful in germinating tomatoes last year because I got too excited, started them too early, and they got too big, and it was just a hassle. So I have a game plan this year. I'm gonna do Amish paste. I also have some Muscovich tomatoes that I got from Mary's Heirloom Seed Company. They typically like it a little bit colder, so I was thinking maybe I would just try to get an early start on them. Maybe they would do better in the beginning of the season. I also got a hillbilly tomato from M.I. Gardner, purple Russian tomato from Baker Creek, and I have beefsteak tomato seeds too. But there was this paste tomato in here that I wanted to try, and I figured I'd mention it. And if anybody says that they've tried it and they enjoyed it, I'd really like to know. I don't know if it is a brand spanking new one. Oh geez, why did they put the tomatoes all the way? I think they put the tomatoes far in the back because they know the junkies like the tomatoes, and makes us look through all of the stuff. Oh, I don't know if this is a brand new one, but it is called a Hungarian Heart tomato. It says brilliant reddish pink, ox heart type fruit. Is large, frequently exceeding 1 pound. The fruit of this heirloom is firm and meaty like all ox heart types. Great for paste, canning, or fresh use. The crack-resistant fruit contains very few seeds and shows very little tendency to develop cores. Just rich tasting solid flesh across... Hold on. It sort of sounds like a zombie film. It's like, you know, rich tasting solid flesh. I guess I've been watching too many horror movies, but it looks really yummy. And if you have your Baker Creek catalog, it is on page 94. So I think I am going to buy that one. And my nephew lives in a high-rise apartment building, and he loves to grow vegetables, but he has a little patio. So on page 93, I'm getting him these little orange hat micro tomatoes. They grow in a little pot. They're so cute. This way he can just learn to grow them. But yeah, I'm going to grow the Hungarian Heart. I am also growing black cherry tomatoes. I already have the seeds. Those I got from Mary's Heirloom Seeds, but they're also on page 96 in the Baker Creek catalog. So, and I also have early Cascade tomatoes from M.I. Gardner. So I'm hoping the early Cascade tomato and the Muscovich tomato, and maybe even the cherry tomato will sort of grow earlier in the season, while the rest of the stuff is growing and making me impatient. For zucchini, I have Black Beauty zucchini seeds from M.I. Gardner. I'm gonna grow 5 zucchini plants this year. I like zucchini. If not, I can freeze it, or I think there's a zucchini relish or something I seen for canning. Don't know. Winter squash. I have seeds for the Waltham butternut squash from M.I. Gardner and Burgess buttercup. I also want to try the red curry squash from Baker Creek. I think it was Jess from Roots and Refuge who says that it tastes good as a squash to eat, but it also stores okay too. Every video I have to yawn, sorry. For broccoli, I have calabrese broccoli seeds. I have quite a few packs of those. Cauliflower, I have horrible luck at. So, I bought the amazing cauliflower from Baker Creek. It's supposed to be one of the easiest varieties to grow. As for corn, Baker Creek has like a white sweet corn. I think it's called gentleman's corn or something like that. The rows actually on the cob aren't straight, they're all crooked. I need to buy 2 more varieties of green beans. I'm experimenting to see what varieties grow best. I've tried Kentucky Wonder and they did alright. I've tried Contender bush beans. I have some Blue Lake pole beans, but I wanted to try 2 other varieties. So I know I want to try, which technically these are not green beans, I don't think, because they are pole beans, but I wanted to try the Chinese red noodle beans, just because I've seen so many people have luck with them, and I figured I would buy runner bean seeds again. Last year I bought them. They were in the packet of seeds that I got and left on the rabbit cage, and then my dear sweet Cinder, rest in peace, ate the seeds. And if you're wondering why I said rest in peace, if you haven't seen older videos, she passed away. I didn't kill her. She wasn't a meat rabbit. She was a pet. So I wanted to try the Sunset Runner beans. They are very pretty. They're like a peachy pink color. Last year I think I tried to buy the Scarlet Runner beans, and Cinder ate those. Also, somebody said you can eat the runner bean seeds, but I'm not sure. But it says you can eat them as fresh snaps, canned or frozen, or as shell beans. So, dual purpose is wonderful for me. So I figured we would try those. Talked about that. I need an eggplant variety. I am not fantastic as far as eggplants grow. I prefer an easier, smaller variety. I planted eggplant 2 years in a row and failed each time. It was the same variety with some Japanese variety. So if anybody knows a good eggplant variety to grow that idiots can grow, please tell me down below. Lettuce. I am going to grow little gem lettuce because I've grown that before, but I also have super red romaine and Lola Rosa leaf lettuce, which are both red lettuces. I'm going to grow ruby red Swiss chard. No, go in the other room. I'm going to grow ruby red Swiss chard. I think I wrote that on the back. I don't know where I wrote that. My handwriting's sloppy. I think I'm missing a page. I swore. Oh, yeah, it's over here. Ruby red Swiss chard, Georgia green collards, but I already told you that, so don't need to read that again. Sorry. For carrots, I was so excited because I planted Danvers half-long carrots. I have never had luck with carrots. First year I grew them, it was like the world's cruelest prank. I went and I saw like the grass thing was like this big, the carrot tops, and I'm pulling, and I'm pulling, and it had like this little teeny, like, it was like the width of like earphone wire. It was horrible because I was pulling and pulling, and you would think that that carrot would be like rooted all the way to like China. That sucker was in there. I was tugging, I was feeling all excited, and then when it came out and it was like this measly little string, I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I was so mad. I said I would never grow carrots again, which was a lie. So I planted Danvers half long in a container. I pulled them out the other day because the local pain in the butt rabbit is back. Found a new way in and chewed the tops off some of the carrots. They were cute. They were like this big. I didn't put a lot of dirt in the little planter thing, so I'm assuming that's why they were only like this big. But I washed them off and gave them to Junior, who loves raw vegetables. They were fantastic. He said, I tried one. I don't like carrots, so I don't know why I tried one. I only like carrots if they are shredded and fried in like an egg roll casserole or an egg roll itself or coleslaw, but I don't, or carrot cake jam. But I don't like carrots by themselves. It's gross. I'm also going to plant the ox heart carrots again. These carrots are really fat carrots instead of long carrots, and they can actually grow in clay soil. Sorry guys, I am so thirsty. And by the way, this is my favorite iced tea. It's a blackberry with wild sage and something else. I don't know, but it is so yummy. Who would think sage would taste good in tea? Every time I eat sage, it's like in stuffing or sausage or something, but this stuff is unbelievable. Plus I like that it's in glass, which is more recyclable than plastic. But what I do is I soak the bottle and I try to pry the plastic label off, and then I store stuff in here, like herbs or dehydrated whatever. Anyhow, sorry I got derailed, but I'm gonna do ox heart carrots again. I also have potatoes that I will be planting. It is red Pontiac and some other, maybe like a fingerling potato or something. I also have garlic I need to plant. It was supposed to be planted by November 30th, and I am thinking I might be a little bit of a rebel. Try to plant it anyway, even though it is 2 weeks into December. Part of me is fighting. I have onions too, but they're not important. I'm gonna plant Keystone resistant giant peppers, which are like a big bell pepper, Tabasco peppers, and my husband loves hot peppers. I grew ghost peppers last year. They didn't start ripening until September, but when they started coming in, man, they started coming in. Oh, hold on. While you're here, guys, there is a, no, this little Indian watermelon. It could be like not watermelon, but like a regular melon. Like Kajari's not really a watermelon. Where are you at? I don't remember where it is. But is it you? I don't know if it was you. No, you're a squash, not a melon. Okay, I don't know what it was, but in the Baker Creek catalog, whatever page it was, I remember it was on the right side of the page, the very bottom in the corner. But it's some kind of like Indian melon that sits in the palm of your hand. I wanted to try that. I think it starts with an M, so I have to go back through there. For peas, I'm going to grow Sugar Pod 2 snow peas. They are an organic seed that I got from a local plant store. Laxton Progress number 9. That's a good shelling pea. And the King Tut purple pea that I also am going to give away. Cucumbers. I'm going to grow Patty's Market Moore cucumber, which is a vining cucumber, and Boston pickling cucumbers. For okra, last year, Mary's Heirloom Seeds gave me a free packet of okra seeds. It's cowhorn okra, and the reason they call it cowhorn okra is because when they grow, they sort of grow like cow horns, which, you know, technically it looks like there's 2 of them together. Since my son loves raw vegetables, I even had him try okra, being that we're from Pennsylvania. If you're from a big city and you're from like Philadelphia, you don't really know much about okra. So I had him try okra. I says, Junior, try this. Tell me how you like it. He stuffed it in his mouth and he loved it. I says, what's it taste like? Does it taste like broccoli? He goes, no. I says, well, what's it taste like? He says, awesomeness. So I think I want to try okra this year. And then I want to try yellow scallop squash, which is sort of like a patty pan, and yellow summer crookneck squash. So those are all of the vegetables. And for fruit, I did plant them 2 blackberry bushes last year, so I'm hoping maybe I'll get something this year. I have the blueberry bush out front, which is not doing well. The leaves turned red, so I am assuming it is low in magnesium. But there was a fruit in here I wanted to try. I think it was called Tamarillo. And I would show you the stuff that I have. Oh, yes. The melon that I told you about. I was right. It does start with an M. Whoop, whoop. It is on page 61. Bottom right, like I told you. It's this guy here. It's called the Maduraz Rajasthan honey melon. It's small but delicious melon from Rajasthan, India. The name Maduraz means honey melon, an appropriate name for such a sweet fruit. These melons thrive in the hot and dry conditions of western India. They will grow in similar conditions in the U.S. So I figured I would try to get them out from June to August, when it's 90 degrees and we're sweating our butt off. But that was the melon that I wanted to show you. But where's that funky fruit? The fruit was, I'm pretty sure it was towards the back of the book, and I think it was called Tamarillo or something like that. And the problem is I've dog-eared every page, so I don't know where it is. But it's a little yellow fruit, and there's even a jam recipe for it, so I figured I would try it. I did try ground cherries. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I planted them and they were just stunted with growth, not growing at all. So I'm not going to try those again, but I am going to try Tamarillo. That's the name of it. So, let's talk about the seed giveaway. If you just post a comment below, it could say you could tell me what's your favorite variety of seed, any kind of comment below, except the crappy comment, since I know some of you really like to hate on homesteaders. You won't get any seeds. But if you just comment what variety of seeds that you like, or what you're going to grow, or just stop by and say hi, I will put you in the drawing to win So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 packs of seeds to put you in for the drawing so you can win 5. And I'll just separate them myself and put 5 and 5. So I will have Jenna pick a winner on December 31st. Alright, see you on the next video.